Welcome to your Met Office weather for the week ahead. If you're on half term this week, well, you'll probably be pleased to know that it is going to get a little warmer. But for many of us, it is also going to get a little bit wetter. Now, for quite some time, we've had high pressure sitting to the east of us. It's generated a lot of cold and cloudy weather. Out west, however, there's been low pressure, and these two have kind of been having a bit of a scrap over recent days. The low's been nudging in a little bit over recent days, but generally the high pressure is still holding sway. However, this week, the low is kind of bringing together a few of its mates, and eventually they will push away that area of high pressure. The low pressure wins out. These weather fronts will be providing cloud and rain. The isobars are squidging together, telling us it's going to get windier. But crucially, the wind direction means it is also going to get warmer. We're switching to a southwesterly wind, so bringing in milder air from the warmer seas, whereas we're starting the week with the high pressure close by and the winds drawing in the colder conditions from the near continent. So still cold enough for some wintry weather on Tuesday. Met Office warnings for ice and snow across parts of central and southern Scotland as this area of wet weather creeps in. We could see some freezing rain, particularly in southwest Scotland, but also some snow flurries, mostly over hills, but even at low levels there could even be a centimetre or two, so the potential for a little bit of disruption. A damp start with rain and drizzle for Northern Ireland. That should ease off, but it will be quite windy here, windy for Wales and southwest England as well, and the rain and hill snow also petering out across Scotland. Brighter skies over central and eastern parts of England, some hazy, weak sunshine on offer here, but we've still got that air feeding in from the continent. So it is going to be a cold one. We'll start with a touch of frost and temperatures struggling 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, maybe 9, perhaps 10 in the Isles of Scilly by the afternoon as that milder air just starts to creep in once more. But it's going to be a slow old process. These weather fronts, the low pressures just continuing to nudge away that area of high pressure on Wednesday. This weather front's got a bit more about it. It'll have some thickening cloud and outbreaks of rain creeping into the southwest, West Wales and Northern Ireland. So a damp day for Northern Ireland. Some of that rain just trickling into southwest Scotland, maybe northwest England by the end of the day. Again, though, much of eastern England will be dry. Still single digits here, but it is turning a little milder, 7, 8 degrees Celsius, and more widely across the south, double figures likely, particularly if it does brighten up across the southwest for Wednesday afternoon. Notice, though, there is more wind and rain just knocking on the door out west from another weather system. And the rain will build up in western areas. That's what this graphic is showing, the 24-hour rainfall accumulations through Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Notice not much at all getting to the east, so it will be a largely dry week here. But in the west, the rain really building up a little bit through Thursday and Friday, especially when the rain could be heavy, particularly over the hills, so the hills of South Wales, North Wales, Northwest England, Southwest Scotland, and across Northern Ireland. So it is turning wetter through the second half of the week. Why? Well, it's all to do with what's going on high in the sky. Low levels, we've got low pressure, but the jet stream is getting a bit of a kick to it. It's getting a bit of welly as it pushes in across central parts of the Atlantic, and that's going to develop areas of low pressure that will whiz our way, bringing the moisture and bringing the outbreaks of rain and that southwesterly wind, which will lift the temperatures everywhere by the time we get to Thursday. But it will also bring outbreaks of rain, particularly for Northern Ireland, western Scotland, and spells of rain on those weather fronts as they come into England and Wales. Always fizzling out there, so as I said, not much rain getting to the east. And look at the numbers. By the time we get to Thursday with a bit of sunshine, 13, 14, maybe even 15 degrees Celsius, that will feel very different to how it has done for most of February so far. Friday's a similar picture with another fairly active area of low pressure. Depending on how that interacts with the jet stream, it could really spin up into quite a deep area of low pressure. The isobars squidging together further. So Friday could be very windy in these western parts and also pretty wet also. So that does need watching as we go towards the end of the week where this weather front lies. Quite a soggy day on Friday, most likely over western parts of England and Wales. But as always at this kind of range, it could be a little further east. It could be a little further west. Where we see some brightness, though, again, Temperatures getting into the teens, 15, 16 is a possibility on Friday where we do see some sunshine. Even where it's raining all day, 12 or 13 is a lot milder than it has been. That weather front should be out of the way for the weekend. Low pressure still nearby, looking fairly showery into Saturday. But notice way out in the Atlantic, the jet streams still looking pretty powerful as we head into the weekend and indeed into next week. So potentially spinning up more areas of low pressure, one to keep a close eye on. We will, of course, be doing that, and you, of course, can keep up to date yourself with the weather throughout this week by subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us right across social media.